Okay, so today I'm going to do a pork shoulder, a little 2-pounder. Just cooking for 2 today, so we don't need to break out the 1100. We're going to use our little tailgater today. So we're going to use some hickory chips or pellets. Got the hopper full. We're going to turn this to smoke. Push the button, open the lid, and let it heat up. We're going to just use the smoke setting today for a while. We'll take the internal temp to 160, wrap it up, take it up to 200, and let it sit. So we'll be back in a little bit. So here's my little 2-pound pork shoulder. And I did a chicken the other day with maple syrup as the coating instead of olive oil or mustard. So we're going to do that again here with this pork shoulder. And we'll get it all nice and rubbed in. Do both sides. Just add an extra layer, a little bit of a sweet layer. And then we're going to just add some salt. Some of my favorite garlic pepper. Doesn't have to go on too heavy. Just get it coated pretty well. And then my rub. I have a pork rub that I use for almost everything. You get that on there. Both sides. Pork shoulder really doesn't have much fat on it, so I think I might just smoke it with this side down. Make sure you get that all patted on there. A little more on that side since all the came off. We're going to let this sit for 10 to 15 minutes while our smoker heats up, and then we'll put it on the little tailgater's been on for about 15-20 minutes. We're on P4. Maple makes it a little bit sticky. We're running about 175. We're going to put the probe in. We're going to take it to 160. Wrap it up. Bump it up to 2. Sit. So anyway, for right now, we'll see how long it takes to get to 160. See you in a bit. Okay, so we are at 3 hours. The internal temp is at 110. I just wanted to come out and check the pellets. This is a 5-pound hopper. See how it's doing. Oh, looking good. It's only used just a couple inches. So after 3 hours, it's looking good. I did just turn up the temp to 200 because I had to go to P3 for a while. It was running at 160, so it's going to climb a little bit. I need to get to 160 internal temp, so we're just going to let it roll. Just wanted to make sure our pellets were still hanging tight. It's a small hopper, but with a smaller unit, it doesn't use as many. We are 4 hours in. Temp is 129. I'm going to take a look, give it a little spritz with some apple cider and vinegar and water. Oh yeah, it looks really good. Let's get a little moisture on there. Close it up and let it go. In case anybody's wondering about the P3 and P4 start, it's just to get a little extra smoke in there. It takes a little longer, but it's going to be
it's
so
been
5 hours. We're up to 160 internal temp. Of course, it's daylight savings, so it is getting darker. So, look at that. That bark on there looks really good. We're going to wrap it in some foil. Add a little bit of apple juice. Put it back in and bring it up to 200 degrees. Bring that baby right up in here. Some apple juice. Okay, we've got it back on the smoker at 250. It's cooled off. Temperature outside has cooled off quite a bit. We'll let it go up to 200 degrees. Okay, we are at 7.5 hours, and we're going to give it a check. Get my little flashlight out. See how our pellets are doing. Look at there. 7.5 hours. 5 pounds. So let's take a probe. Let's see what kind of temperature we get going in here. 183, 200. Okay, so I think what we're going to go ahead and do is wrap this in a towel, put it in a ice chest for a while, and then we'll call it good. Okay, there it is, wrapped up. You wrap it in an ice chest for about an hour or so. I'd just like to say this little tailgater, 7.5 hours, 5 pounds of pellets, runs like a champ. So if you ever thought about getting one, they work.